BMW of Darien made the decision to start tracking not only their keys, but also their vehicles with TrueSpot. They do it not only on the retail side, but also on the service side. They never lose a key now. A car is never misplaced. They have 3 different lots. At any given point in real time, they can see the location of a key and a car on any of the 3 lots. Anytime these guys need to find a key or car, all they've got to do is open up their phone, jump in here, type in a stock, a VIN, a partial, come down, we'll pick something random. It'll immediately show them the location of the vehicle first, and it's going to tell you, hey, this is in service parking on the north side, and you can zoom in and you can zoom out. And then if I jump over to the key, it's going to show me on the map where the key is and tell me, hey, this is a new used keyboard in the manager's office as we speak. This is every vehicle, guys. So anytime I jump in, shows me car location, shows me key location, right? And they're doing this across 3 lots. So they'll know if it's at their recon center, or if it's at the mini lot, or if it's at the BMW lot. Think about it. Your sales team, your service team, your PDI guys, your detail guys, everyone at your store just got more efficient because they can find keys and cars instantly. So on the desktop dashboard, this is where we can get a little bit better view holistically of the dealership. Now, as you can see here, I'm looking at one of the lots, and this is the Crescent Street lot. I can jump over to the BMW of Darien store, and I can jump into the mini store, right? So you can see they're tracking across multiple locations. Now, these big geofenced areas, they're all named different conventions. That's what they've picked. And of course, it's all built by a network. If you want to learn a little bit more about the network, I'm more than happy to talk to you about how we do it. Solar powered gateways outside, interiors that plug in inside. They all talk to a base station, which connects to your Wi-Fi, which then pushes all the data points to cloud so that when you search for all of the vehicles or maybe all of the keys on the campus at once, that's what's providing you that data. Hop on a call with you and be more than happy to walk through that part in a little bit more detail. But let's talk about this for a second. I'm looking at every single key that's on this campus right now. So at the end of a night, if I wanted to make sure everything makes it back in the building and I see a bundle of keys down here, I could hover over them to tell me which stock or VIN it is, or I can click into a geofenced area and it'll present me with a list of every key that's out there right now. I can do this for keys, I can do this for cars. It becomes incredibly helpful. So if you're saying, hey, I want to know what keys are over at my Crescent Street lot, right? I could absolutely jump on this, pull it up, and go, okay, cool. I've got 611 sets of keys over there. Here's a list of all 611. And if I want to export this, I can export to an Excel sheet. So if we wanted to check on something, if I wanted to flip this and look at just the vehicles over there, we could do that as well, right? And then I could export that list over there if we wanted to as well. So understand, if you manage multiple lots, this becomes incredibly powerful to understand what's where. Hey, what's over at my recon center? What's at my service center? You know, what's at my detail shop that's off campus? What's in my parking structure on multiple levels? We can do that as well. Understand that's how this works. Now, if you wanted to break that down by those geofenced areas up the top in the center, I'm highlighting right now, you can see where I do that. So if you said, hey, how many vehicles are at the mini of Fairfield geofenced area? You've got 8, and here's a list of all 8. What's at Crescent Street Recon? 22, right? What's in service parking right now? 152, right? What's in Darien service? Right now, you've got 29 vehicles parked in the Darien service parking. I can show you the location of every key on the campus, so if you're ever concerned about something being left out, you can see that. But what if something leaves the campus? That's what I want to talk about. If you scroll across the top over here, there's a last sightings. I have it for inventory and I have it for keys. This becomes incredibly important because if you say, hey, I want to know anytime something leaves the campus and how it's been gone for, I can provide you that info. Anytime one of our tracking tags, whether it's a sales tag or a service tag, leaves the campus, it starts a timer on that specific tag. So right now, they have 3 vehicles that have been off the campus for more than 4 hours. Here's a list of those 3 vehicles and the stocks and VINs that are associated. Or the service tag, if there was a service tag, which is actually on the bottom. Service tag 2010 has been off the campus for more than 4 hours. Now, I can get even more detail that. You can click into it and it'll tell you exactly when it left. This left on 7/1 at 5:54 a.m. And I can show you the last location it was seen on the campus before it left the network, right? You're getting updates every 2 minutes on this. So it was seen here, and then inside the next 2 minutes, it was off their campus and hasn't been seen since. So I can do that for everything. Now, you may be saying, hey, 4 hours is a little bit bigger window than I preferred. Could you do it for 1 hour or 2 hours? Absolutely. If you want custom alerts, we'll set them up. I'll shoot you an email with any key, any car, or both that's been off the campus for the amount of time you pick. Now, to take this a step further, of course, I can help you find assets. I can prevent the loss, and I can prevent that time wasted searching, right? That's easy. You can see this. We do that in spades. But the other parts that get really cool is if you said, hey, can you show me all of my old age units and where they're sitting on the campus? Absolutely, I can. I can show you at any campus that they're sitting on. So if you want to make sure that you don't have old age units sitting at like a spillover lot, or if you do have them sitting at a main lot, hey, I want to make sure they're out in front of people, right? I don't want them behind service or anywhere like that. I can show you that. I can take it a step further. Let's say you're an inventory manager and you want to come over here to the left side and say, hey, I want to look at all of a specific type of vehicle. You could come in here, select the type of vehicle that you want to look at. For the sake of this, we're going to do BMWs, right? I can select the model. So let's say my 3 Series, right? I can even do it by trim, and then I can look at the location of where those vehicles are at. So if I want to see, hey, where do I got them all listed at? Well, actually, you've got 5 of them, but a majority of them are over at the Recon Center. Maybe you want to get those all moved over to the main lot, and you want to have them all sitting right next to each other. You can do that for every single vehicle, every single trim. You pick it, you can look at all of them. Now, to take this one step further, beyond all of that, understand that our system's flexible. If you want to use one of these key tags on something other than a key or other than a car, you can. If you've got a jump box that seems to grow legs and wander off, a specialty tool in service that seems to disappear, right? Gas cards. I've got all kinds of keys to gates and different things that seem to get misplaced at the dealership, or dealer plates is a really big one. What if you could pull up, search your own dealer plate and see if you left it on a car after a busy Saturday when you drove 6 cars and you're like, I don't know where my plate is. Instead of wandering around aimlessly looking for it and then maybe having to report it and have a new one made and going through that process, you could just look up your plate and see the location of it on the campus. Understand our system is flexible in that capacity. Now, to add one more layer to this, there is reporting available to you. Once we have that location data, there's all kinds of cool things that we can do, like this report. This is a test drive report. If you said, hey, I want to see anything that's been off the campus for more than 10 minutes but less than 30, I'm going to define that as a test drive. What if you could come in here, select a specific date, and then see everything that got test driven that day? Right now, you can start to understand what are people driving versus what are they buying at your store. If something got driven more than once a day, maybe this one right here, got driven 6 times, I can pull up that stock number, look at the vehicle and go, okay, it looks like it's a 25 Nissan Frontier. It got driven a bunch, but did it sell? And if not, why? You know, if it's a used car, this becomes incredibly powerful. Let's make things are priced right? Let's move vehicles off the lot. Here's ways that you can use our location data to do just that. What if we take it another step further? What if you said, hey, I'm working in service or I work in recon, and I want to see vehicles that haven't moved, that have been sitting stagnant in my process? That's exactly what this report is. They can come over here and scroll 1 day, then go to 2 days, we can go to 3 days, and now we're looking at vehicles that haven't moved in 3 days in their process. So now they can start going, hey, are we waiting on a part? Are we waiting on an approval, customer approval, depending on sales or service or recon? What's going on with these specific vehicles that they're not moving through my process? Start to understand where bottlenecks are throughout the entire dealership. Let's take a second to just talk about some statistics. 1 in every 5 keys that comes off of a keyboard or out of a key machine gets misplaced, and that's every single month. Now, for every key or vehicle that you're searching for, the average wasted time is 30 to 60 minutes. Now, we all know that time kills deals, and we all know that time is one of the biggest factors affecting CSI scores. So if you have the ability to start tracking keys in cars, in sales, right? Maybe it's through service, why would you not take advantage of that? This improves every aspect of your dealership, affecting things that directly affect income coming into the store and specifically your pockets, depending on what department you work in. Let's talk about your store. Whether you've got a single lot and you just want to track keys, maybe you've got multiple lots and it's managing where things are. Maybe you've got a parking structure and you need to understand what level and what area it is. I've got dealerships that are doing all of those things and more. Let's talk about your store and how we can make it better.